the Movie Network presents Behind the Scenes.
The Badlands, South Dakota. There's been a homicide on Indian land.
What's my cover?
No cover. You're going in there as who you are, an American Indian federal officer.
Where the hell did they send us?
Long way from home, Ray.
A reservation murder is just the starting point of a much bigger mystery in Thunderheart, starring Sam Shepard, Val Kilmer, Graham Greene, and Fred Ward.
Federal officer, hands on your head. Do it.
What's your name?
Sure as hell ain't Geronimo, Chief. I think maybe you guys got off the wrong exit, yeah? He's looking for Mount Rushmore?
Who are you?
Walter Crowhorse, Tribal Police.
Val Kilmer, acclaimed for his portrayal of Jim Morrison in The Doors, plays an FBI agent assigned to the case because he's part Sioux. But his Native American heritage is something he's long denied.
You must be the Indian FBI.
That's right.
Oh, what nation?
The United States.
Ray, they're your own people, aren't they?
They are not my people.
Ray Leavoy doesn't know it as he begins this brief assignment, but it is a new world for him. And what happens to him on the reservation changes his life.
He says he knew you were coming here. He was told.
Who told him?
Oh, gosh, out there. Spirits.
What's interesting and fun about this story is that it looks like one thing is happening and then something else is happening. The movie looks as though we're investigating a kind of straightforward reservation murder. You find out that there's much more to it than that.
Set on the Pine Ridge Reservation, Thunderheart uses real events of the 1970s as the backdrop for its story. Violence reigned as the U.S. government waged a systematic covert war to destroy the Native American movement.
It all gets real simple real fast, you know. Subject resisted, subject is dead. You get it?
I wanted to present this story as a thriller to draw people in and have them believe that they were following a murder mystery in a thriller, and then suddenly find themselves caught up in the undercurrents of this history-based thriller.
Just stop pretending that you don't know what's going on.
All right, now stick to the assignment, pal.
Can you tell me what's really going on? We're here to do a mop-up, right?
Looks twice is an enemy of the United States, Ray.
The questions become harder to answer.
Why all the firepower? Why is it a sensitive operations unit? Why does it involve national security? What is the threat that Native Americans pose?
Helping Ray answer these questions is a tenacious tribal policeman played by Academy Award nominee Graham Greene.
Whoever killed Leo walks heel-toe. This guy was a big son of a buck. I'd say he goes 210, 215.
You gonna tell me how much change he had in his pocket?
63 cents.
Walter Crowhorse has to look after him and sort of lead him around by the hand until he gets things worked out in his own mind.
License and registration, please, sir.
Kiss my...
Yeah, this is my jurisdiction. And you were doing 59 and a 55.
Let me see the radar.
I don't need no radar, I can tell.
You're so fool.
No, I listened to the wind when you went by. It said, 59, nail 'em, before the traditionals do.
Walter realizes he's dealing with somewhat of an automaton, so he introduces him to people that help him to realize who he is.
He said you're chasing the wrong man. Jimmy didn't do it. He said we should follow this.
Making his motion picture debut in Thunderheart is American Indian activist John Trudell, who, during the 1970s, was a spokesman for the American Indian movement.
They're gonna kill you if you stay here now. Come on, let's go.
Well, sometimes they have to kill us. They have to kill us. Because they can't break our spirit.
This is the second shooting of it, so to speak. The first shooting had to do with real bullets. The second shooting's got to do with cameras and blanks.
Thunderheart also marks the film debuts of Sheila Tousey and Chief Marvin T. Thinelk.
Where are you going?
To the source.
The source.
You're going to have to do the same.
He's denied his past, and no one can understand themselves in the present without knowing their past.
just found it an intriguing story. I have this awful feeling that people's knowledge of Native Americans kind of stopped with Dances with Wolves, you know, and they look at that film, which was a fine film, and they think, boy, that was an ugly period of American history. Thank God that's over. Whereas what I'm trying to say in this film is, you know, that the story went on. The inspiration of this comes from what was happening here between 71 and 78. And that was a very volatile atmosphere that these two agents walk into.
Leave alone!
This was land that was at the center of, you know, a major conflict that hasn't ended. This whole area goes back, you know, to the early Native American and government conflicts and continued through the 70s. And it's, you know, the Mother Earth, which is sacred to the Native American and not sacred to the white man.
You won't want to miss this one, so check your feature magazine for showtimes and playdates on the Movie Network.